What's up, gamers? Phil with PhillChills here, bringing you another video for the Smite Dojo. In this video, we're going to be breaking down one particular god, the god of war, Ares. Now, like any god, there's a couple different ways to build him, but I'm going to show you one of my personal favorite and all-out offensive pain in the ass Ares, and I'm going to show you how to use him. Let's go. Alright, caveat for this build. This is not going to work in every situation. First mindset you should always have as a guardian is, how can I help my team the most? What you need to do is look at the enemy team and see if there's any kind of threat that you should address early. Essentially what I mean by that is, if you can counter build early, do it. If the team is not balanced, running 4 magical, 1 physical, build Heartward, beat them down early. But in this particular matchup we're about to show you, the team built pretty even, so we were able to do pretty much whatever we wanted. That's when the fun came in. Alright, check it out. The basis of this build is to get cooldown maxed out within your first 3 items, particularly starting with Shoes of Focus. I am not a personal fan of building boots first on most gods. In this particular case, you're going to want it and need it. It's cheap, you get a little extra power, and the movement speed is going to keep you hopefully alive a little bit, as most gods will not have the same movement speed as you unless they build boots first too. Okay, I'm taking a gamble here. Alright, so here's the mindset you have to have at the beginning of this build. For the first few minutes of the game, you are going to be a squishy mage. You are not going to be able to take much of a hit because you took boots at the beginning. You have cooldown, you have speed, you have power. You do not have defense. You're going to be sitting 35, 50 defense for a while. What you need to do, bounce in and out of fights, assist your team where you can. Try to get a couple kills, try to get a couple assists. Yeah, like that. Use your chains to let your teammates get kills, rack up a few assists, back up your team's defenses. Just don't frontline it. Also, most likely you will get your ultimate before you have any true defense. If that's the case, make sure you're at full health when you attack and pull them in, chain, and back off. Ooh. Yeah, just like that. If the enemy players turn on you and try not to run away or beat out, you might die here. Oh. Yeah. Do that. You have 2 options you can go here. I personally recommend Breastplate of Valor. It's 20% cooldown, you get MP5, you get mana, and you get massive physical protections. Option number 2 is Pridwin. You get 30 physical, 30 magical, 20% cooldown, and a nice passive. Ultimately, where you go here is up to you, but at the later parts of the build, I feel Pridwin puts you at a disadvantage in the physical department. Okay, at this point of the build, your physical defenses are starting to get up there. If you're playing something like Conquest, the enemy hunter, the enemy jungler, they can't gank you so easily, assuming they're running assassin. However, remember, your magical is still down. You still want to play with a little bit of hesitation against maybe the enemy guardian, if they are a high damage guardian, or if the mid laner wants to gank. In an arena situation, you still want to play a little passive, but you can take a little bit more of a beating. Use your chains to provide CC, use your ultimate to attempt to pull people into other players' ults. You can start playing with a little aggression, but be careful. Okay, you've waited for it. Here's where the build unlocks. Third item on the build is Stone of Foul. Stone of Foul is a often overlooked item. You're going to get 80 power, you're going to get 40 magical protection, you're going to get 10% cooldown, plus a great passive that if you're playing with any other tanky god, you're going to get even more magical defense. Okay, here's where it gets fun. Ares' passive is going to give you 30 extra power for every aura item that you build on it, meaning the Stone of Foul, which is basically mediocre on a lot of gods, is going to be worth 110 magical power for Ares, plus the magical defense, plus all the extras. Pop it in and get it. Here's part 2 of why you played so passive for the first 5, 8, 10 minutes of this fight. Because now you're at maximum cooldown, meaning Ares' ultimate, which normally sits at 100 seconds, that's 1 minute and 40 seconds, is now sitting at 60 seconds. 2 of the most common ways to get out of the Ares ultimate is Purification Beads or an ultimate that doesn't allow you to be CC'd. Great thing is, Purification Beads is a 160 second cooldown. You can get 2 ults off in the time of 1 bead. You jump in, you ultimate, they burn beads, you jump in again 60 seconds later. You are now about to start spamming one of the most OP moves in the game, and there's nothing they can do about it because they have to use their beads and then they can't help you the second time, or they have to use an ultimate to simply escape, and then that puts them at a disadvantage because they don't have their ultimate. Ares build unlocked, baby. Go to town. Has been slain. Okay, you get the idea. Total destruction. We get it. Alt, chains, combo, rinse, repeat. Awesome. Alright, a few other things, let's round out the build. You're going to want to go Void Stone as your fourth. Give yourself a little bit extra magical power. It's an aura item, so you get that 30 bonus. You're going to also lower the defenses by 10% of everybody within a certain area, plus you get magical defenses. The last two items of the build are up to you. You're going to click the aura tab on the left side of the screen, and you get to pick from any of those. Essentially, you're a guardian. Pick what helps your team. If you're playing with a lot of attack speed, get Shogun's Kasari, boost their attack speed. If you're getting beaten by physical gods, go by Sovereignty, give your team a physical boost. If you're getting killed by magical, same thing with Heartward Amulet. Essentially, this is where it gets up to you, but what you definitely want to do is go aura every time. My particular build in the game you're watching ended with Void Shield, Sovereignty, and Pestilence for the anti-heals. This gave me massive power and protection. I was sitting at 295 magical power, 205 physical protections, 268 magical protections, but remember, they fluctuate because of the Stone of Foul. What you end up with is a build that hurts, has massive defenses, and has incredible potential with the ultimate. You're helping your team with the entirety of this build. That's all we have for now. I hope this helped. I hope this is a fun build. There's plenty of ways to build them. Ares is one of my favorite gods, so I have 3 or 4 different ways I can do it, but this one happens to be one of the most fun, especially when it works. That'll do it for this video. Once again, I am Phil of PhillChills. Make sure to follow us on YouTube. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/PhillChills, Twitch, twitch.tv/PhillChills. And obviously, if you're watching this, you're in the YouTube, or it's in the description. Any other questions, any other comments, please leave them in the comments section. And if you have any requests for more videos, different gods, let me know, and you'll get a video just like this. Y'all have a good one.